Shalom. I'm Rabbi Nathan Davidovich, speaking to you on behalf of the webyeshiva.org, speaking to you from Efrat, Israel. We are about to approach Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av begins this coming Saturday night. And as we approach Tisha B'Av, we think about what caused the destruction of our holy temples in Jerusalem, as well as all of the calamities that befell the Jews on this day. But in thinking about that, we have to think about how we can rectify our errors. The Talmud tells us that the Holy Temple, specifically the second Beis Hamikdash, was destroyed because of Sinat Chinum, baseless hatred, hating somebody for no reason. So to rectify that, we need to have baseless love for each other. In practice, this means more than just rotely following the laws of the Torah. It means going beyond the letter of the law to do kindness, show love, compassion, and forgiveness to everyone. We're going to talk about that. Just as an aside, we're mourning the loss of the Beis Hamikdash. We're waiting for its rebuilding, which is in our own power, our own hands, and we feel an emptiness. I'm in the middle of a move, so you see empty bookshelves behind me, but the emptiness of the bookshelves is sort of a statement of our feeling of emptiness without the Beis Hamikdash, without the Holy Temple. But let's talk about how we can repair it, how we can rebuild brick by brick the Holy Temple, the third temple in our time. Rav Biederman quotes the Shulchan Aruch, the Code of Jewish Law, which sets forth the halachas, the laws of Tisha B'Av, and one of those laws is Ein Shelat Shalom l'chaveru b'Tisha B'Av. You don't greet anybody on Tisha B'Av. Why not? It seems contradictory. The Beis Hamikdash was destroyed because of baseless hatred. It seems that Tisha B'Av would be the ideal time to greet your friend and increase love and peace. And to get to the answer to that question, we have to look at the Gemara. The Talmud of Bava Metzia on page 30b. It says that Jerusalem was destroyed because they ruled by the laws of the Torah. Strange statement. They ruled by the laws of the Torah. The Gemara says, what laws should they follow if not the laws of the Torah? And the Gemara answered, the problem was they followed the laws literally and never went beyond the letter of the law. The Torah commands us, Aseh hatov v'hayasher, do what is right and what is good, but it doesn't define what that is. And what happened, as the Gemara is talking about, is they failed to consider the spirit of the law. They only looked at what was explicitly prohibited or permitted. And that isn't enough. You can commit terrible sins, God forbid, and it isn't an excuse that that sin wasn't written specifically in the Torah. You have to look beyond that. Do what is good. Say atov ayosher. Do what is good and upright. Now, the question was, for the sake of increasing peace, why don't we greet anybody on Tisha B'Av? It sounds like a natural thing to do. This is a time, yes, we're in mourning, but greet people as part of the day to show your love for everybody. Because that's what we need. We need love for every human being, for our fellow Jew. The answer is that on Tisha B'Av, we are seeking true peace, not lip service. Throughout the year, people smile at their fellow man and greet one another, but do they really care about them in their hearts? On Tisha B'Av, we take a break from the mechanical manner in which we are accustomed to greeting our fellow man. We have to reassess and try to reach a higher level of ahavas chinam, of love without reason, of ahavas Yisrael, love of your fellow Jew. We want to go beyond the letter of the law, beyond what's commonly expected, and to develop genuine peace and love among our fellow Jews. And Rav Biederman quotes a story that happened during the Six-Day War in 1967. Many people at that time came to the basement of the Mir Yeshiva because the basement, which also housed the dining room, was a bomb shelter. And the bomb shelter gave some amount of protection, but everybody who was in there, you're being bombed by all the Arab armies around us. They were afraid, and they were praying hard that God should save them. And an amazing thing happened after the war ended. 6 days later, they went up to the roof and they found 3 bombs that had not exploded sitting on the roof. The Rosh Yeshiva, Reb Chaim Shmulevitz Zatzal, told the students in the yeshiva, dear students, he said, don't think that those bombs did not explode because of your merit. I will tell you in whose merit these bombs did not explode. There is a woman who has been an aguna for some years. An aguna means somebody whose husband left her without giving her a divorce, refused to give her a divorce so she can't remarry. The husband was very cruel to her, and as a result, she suffers poverty, hunger, the responsibility of caring for the children, which is all upon her as her husband has completely abandoned them. So she was in this bomb shelter, and I heard her say, Ribono Shalom, Master of the world, if I will call my husband to be judged before you for what he did to me, I know that you will rule in my favor. I will come out right. But I don't want to do that. Let's make an agreement. I will forgive my husband for all the pain and heartache that he caused me. And in return, you should forgive everybody in this holy community that they should be saved from the war and all its dangers. Rabbi Chaim Shmulevitz said emphatically, in her merit, we were saved in this war. And this Aguna, this poor woman, she died the last year or so. She lived to be 110 years old and has many children and grandchildren who are following in the path of Torah. This Shabbat is called Shabbat Chazon because it starts with the words of the prophetic portion for this week's story, Haftorah, which is Chazon Yeshayahu. Yeshayahu, the prophet Isaiah, had a vision. And the vision that he had, and the vision that God gives to all of us to have on this Shabbos before Tisha B'Av, is a vision of the rebuilt Beis Hamikdash, rebuilt Holy Temple, and a vision of what we can do with our love and compassion for every human being. The more we love somebody, the more kindness we do somebody, every one of those acts of kindness, especially lifnim mishora sedin, over and above what the Torah requires, that will constitute the building blocks of the new Beis Hamikdash. May it come in good speed. B'mehera b'yameinu. I wish everybody a wonderful Shabbos. Thank you for listening on behalf of the webyeshiva.org. And when we're fasting on Tisha B'Av, let it be a meaningful fast. Let's stop doing things by rote, mechanically. Let's understand what we have to do to become better people, better Jews, to make a better world. Shabbat Shalom.